It is Friday, August 19th in the MLB, and I'm Austin from Calling Our Shot.
And I'm Logan from Calling Our Shot.
We are back with our two favorite game picks, our one favorite NRFI, and our hit streak parlay is back for you guys. It's Friday. Let's get it going.
You guys already know what to do. It's Friday, as Austin mentioned. No, good vibes only. Go down, hit that subscribe button, especially if you already aren't subbed to our channel. Really helps Austin and I grow this channel because, believe it or not, a lot of hard work goes into these videos.
And smash that like button. Our winning streak did come to an end. We had a 3-day winning streak. It was a 1-2 day yesterday. Giants, Diamondbacks, NRFI cashed that. Padres, I'm wearing my recycling shirt because I'm putting that team in the garbage can. Look, I'm gonna recycle them, but I can't bet on Padres anymore. This is a team that's way too inconsistent. Same for Logan has put Giolito in his trash can. Logan barely misses his under 4.5, right on the hook. I think they were very close to hitting that one. That was an absolute shootout. The Astros scored 21 runs. Woof. But either way, we're going to keep getting back into it. Like I said, the hit streak parlay is back today. So if you are new, hit that subscribe button. Thanks to a couple new All-Stars. We got a couple of them. Tim, E, Hassan, thank you guys so much for supporting the channel. And I have one more exciting announcement is that we're going to do it's Friday. We're going to have some fun. We're going to have an Underdog and a PrizePicks parlay down below in the pinned comment. If you sign up for both of those apps using code COS, you get a 100% deposit match up to $100. You'll see those pinned down below probably a little bit later on this morning. And then we have another fantasy football video getting you ready for your drafts. 5 wide receivers that can win you your league. Check it out. Should be live right around noon Eastern time. But Logan, let's get back after it. Let's get back in the winning column. What do you got for these people on a Friday night?
Yeah, we're going to the first game on the slate, right? And we're going to the Brewers versus Cubs game, and I'm taking the over 9 total runs, minus 110 odds on BetMGM, as Austin's pulling up here on OddsJam. Pretty standard value across all the books. Minus 110 is what you're seeing right here. Now, yesterday, unfortunately, Logan didn't get to do any line reading, and woof, we saw how that turned out. But today, Logan gets to do a little bit line reading because at Wrigley, the books are very sharp. I trust them when they set these totals. And when the total's high, it's usually for a reason. I've been on the wrong end of a total at Wrigley several times, and it's because I bet an under when I thought the number was too high. Well, you know what? According to OddsShark, the conditions are favorable for runs today. The wind is blowing out at 11 miles per hour. And you know what? You don't bet an under when the wind is blowing out in Wrigley. You just don't do it. I've done it before. And it was a hard L. Now, and also, according to Action, 84% of the public is on the under because, you see these two teams in the early slot. And usually my whole rule of thumb is I bet unders in the early slots because the bats don't all normally wake up. But take it from the Astros yesterday. That doesn't really matter a whole lot, does it? But we got Keegan Thompson, on the mound for the Cubs. And if you look at his numbers at home, you might be encouraged, right? 2.4 home ERA, a 1.1 WHIP. The numbers look great, but in his last 3 starts, look, Keegan Thompson, he's Jekyll and Hyde, right? 4, 1, and 5 earned runs, and his WHIP in those 3, 2.99 WHIP, 0.83 WHIP, and a 2.57 WHIP. So, if you're just basing off of the roller coaster trend that is Keegan Thompson, you're going to say, oh well, he's in line for a good showing today. Yeah, well, I don't necessarily see it that way. Thompson has given up a 1 home run in 4 straight starts. Milwaukee absolutely is a home run hitting team. Milwaukee has the 4th most home runs in the league. They swing for the fences all the time. Keegan Thompson's making mistake pitches. The Brewers will deposit it in the seats, hopefully. And if you look at Thompson, also, what's problematic, he's not missing bats. His last 3 starts, this is a strikeout guy. Keep in mind, he's not a pitch-to-contact guy. 2, 3, and 1 strikeouts in each of his last 3 starts. So the Brewers should be able, to hopefully get some hits and runs up on Keegan Thompson. I believe in them there. Now, the Cubs will be facing Aaron Ashby. 6 innings pitched, 1 earned run versus the Cubs back in May. Final score in that one was 3-1. Again, you might feel a little bit comfortable picking the under, hoping that history repeats itself. But like Thompson, Aaron Ashby has a home run problem. Ashby's allowed 2 home runs in his most recent start and a home run in 3 out of the last 4 starts. Look, I can't, it's really hard to predict who is going to hit a home run and how many home runs are going to be scored. But we can look at tendencies. We can look at the pitchers that are leaving bad pitches over the plate, aka like Giolito yesterday, and just missing their spots. And both these pitchers do miss spots. Usually that results in a home run, right? Cubs also 12th in OPS in August, 9th in batting average at home. This is pretty much a top 10 offense. At least, in August, I like what the Cubs are doing. Some days they're off. But I think today's, they should be able to hit Aaron Ashby. I pulled some of their splits, not a ton of plate appearances, but I do like, Wilson Contreras 2 for 3 with a home run, Ortega and Reyes 1 for 2. A lot of those Cubs hitters actually have gotten a hit for him. They're like 1 for 3 or 1 for 2. So I think they should be able to hit Aaron Ashby. Lastly, late game, Cubs 19th in bullpen ERA. They are always liable for some runs. Milwaukee's 16th in bullpen ERA. Milwaukee's gotten worse ever since they shipped out Hader. That bullpen is always liable for some run opportunities late. So I really do like the over in this one. It is the first game on the slate, so let's hopefully start the day with a casher. But Austin, what do we got for the day?
Logan, before I get into my analysis, I'm curious if you have any plans for this Friday night.
No, I'm completely free. Why do you ask?
But boy, do I have a game for you, because I'm going to the Reds and Pirates, and I'm taking the Reds money line, -120 on FanDuel Sportsbook. I'll give you my hit streak parlay right after this. Now, obviously, we're about the same value on every single book. Let's talk about why we like the Reds and why we're putting our money on them. And like I said, it's a Friday night. Who doesn't want to sit back, watch a little Reds Pirates baseball? This is going to have a big implications for the playoffs coming up. But look, we got Graham Ashcraft versus Bryce Wilson. Pretty two decent-ish pitchers. I mean, let's talk about each of them. Ashcraft of the Reds, 3.96 ERA, 1.32 WHIP. The Reds are actually 10-5 when he does start, which is like a 46 and 70-something ball club. So they've been pretty good with Ashcraft on the mound. And Graham has struggled versus right-handed batters. Look, if he's going to struggle, it's going to be versus righties, allowing a 330 batting average. Look at the Pirates lineup. They got 4 lefties and then 4 switch hitters. I imagine those switch hitters go righties, but they're not true righties, and I'm fine with that. You look at Ashcraft's percentiles. 2nd percentile whip percentage, not missing a lot of bats. 6th percentile K percentage, but he does throw the ball fast. 94th percentile on fastball velocity. His cutter goes super fast as well. And this is a Pirates team that I think is born on extra base hits, but Ashcraft hasn't given up a ton of extra base hits this year. Only 9 home runs to his name and like 87 innings pitched. Pirates are also coming off an 8-2 win versus Boston. They stole a lot of coin yesterday. And I like to fade offenses that have, especially a bad one like the Pirates, that just had a big day scoring 8 runs. Normally not going to score a lot of runs the next day. And I think the Reds can get us some run support for Ashcraft today. Also look at Pittsburgh. Like I said, you're looking at Ashcraft, not going to miss a lot of bats. 27th in batting average and balls in play. So they're not the greatest team at finding the holes, finding the seams, and getting the ball in play and getting runners on base. Let's talk about Wilson of the Pirates. 5.93 ERA, 1.51 WHIP. He's been pitching pretty solid over the past, month and a half, but still, he's not an unhittable pitcher. He still can be hit on, and I think they will be able to get to him today. Wilson has pitched once versus the Reds. It was a 5-1 Reds victory, although he only gave up 1 earned run. Technically, it was 4 thanks to a couple errors in that game. But look at Wilson's expected batting average. A 1%. He's in the 1st percentile, which is terrible. Teams are hitting a 299 against them. 6th percentile whip percentage, 7th percentile K percentage. He's also not missing a lot of bats. So it comes down to which team can put balls in play. And you look at the Reds, 8th in batting average and balls in play. So I think they can get runners on base, make stressful innings for Bryce Wilson. When it comes down to the bullpens, it's some more or less not great bullpens. Runs will come, but I think the Pirates, I don't think they're going to do it today. I think they're going to regress after yesterday's 8-2 victory. I think they are like 15-45 or 15-30 after a win. So not a team that wins back-to-back games. Taking the Reds money line today. That's going to segue me into the hit streak parlay. We're coming back. We're day one. Rafael Devers of the Boston Red Sox and Kyle Farmer. We're going to need some help from you, Farmer of the Reds, -114. Only putting $10 on it. Hopefully we can start getting a hot streak for these hit streak parlays and we can kind of get to like a day 4 or 5 when we're actually putting a lot of money on them. But that's the hit streak parlay, and that segues me finally into NRFI Nation. Logan, it's the best time of the day, and there's no better time than Friday to grab those flags and wave them, and hopefully we can cash out again today. And we have a good one for you. It's plus value, and it's not going to be plus value for much longer after we release this video. That's just normally how it works. But we're moving lines out here, and we are going to the game of the day. Rangers Twins. It's no run for sitting +100 on FanDuel Sportsbook. Look, it's great value on FanDuel. I imagine this will change to probably -110 by the time the game's getting close to starting, but we're getting great value here. We got to take it. Now let's talk about the 2 pitchers that are on the mound. We have Dylan Bundy. 16-4 on no-run first innings this year. It's been very solid. Now, Bundy's not necessarily the best pitcher in the world. He's 16-4, honestly surprised Logan and I when we looked at it this morning, but he's been pretty solid, and he's been even better at home. 6-1 on no-run first innings at home. I know the Rangers offense has some annoying guys at the top of the order with Simeon and Seager, but Texas 22nd in first inning run. So I really do think Bundy can get me those first 3 outs. Who's pitcher for the Rangers today, Logan?
A friend of NRFI Nation. We picked Martin Perez before. He's 20-3 on NRFIs this year. Great sample size in the first inning, right? Also, he's a decent pitcher on the road for the no-run first inning. He's 9-2 on road NRFIs, so you like to see that. Minnesota, 4th and first inning runs. We know the Minnesota offense does like to score in the first, if they're going to score. But you know what? Being against the lefty, they're not actually hitting lefties all that well during the month of August. Minnesota only batting 232 versus lefties this month, so we'll certainly take our chances with this Twins batting average or order. As Austin's mentioned before, the Twins like to move Luis Ariz around. You normally, if they're facing a righty, they have him, batting in the for sure in the top 3. But it's going to be interesting to see where they put him today because he's always on base, and he that's what you don't want in the no-run first inning. You don't want that free base runner, and normally Luis Ariz is annoying for that. But the over/under set to 8.5, and I think that's why we're getting good value on this NRFI because they are expecting some runs. Hopefully, they do come late and not in the first inning. But I think this one stands a really good chance of cashing. We also considered the Mets and Phillies one, but look. What we don't want to do is we don't want to pick the most obvious no-run first inning on the slate. We don't want it to be at trappy odds. And the odds on the Noah Bassett no-run first inning were like minus 115 when I was just looking at it. And I'm like, ooh, that just doesn't feel right. So we're going to lay off of that one, and we're going to take a plus value stab at Rangers Twins. Let's go NRFI Nation. Fly the flags again.
Yeah, let's try to fly these flags on a Friday evening. Our parlay of the day is coming right in. We're going to talk about this. We're going to do Diamondbacks plus 1.5 and the Red Sox money line. It's on OddsJam. Go check it out. Exactly why we like each of those legs. Should be the top link or one of the top 2 links in the description. And then, like I said at the top of the show, an Underdog and PrizePicks parlay coming soon. Once they release a little bit more lines, probably by about 10 a.m. Eastern time. You'll see those in the pinned comments. So check those out. Sign up for both of them if you want using code COS or the links in the description. Get a 100% deposit match up to $100. Logan and Austin signing out. We'll see you guys tomorrow, and we're going to be bringing out the brooms. You got that guaranteed. We'll see you guys then. Peace.